Hey guys, so I'm here today to film the ever important Sephora VIB sale haul. So usually they only have a haul in April and November, but last year they had a haul in September to celebrate their new VIB rewards launch, and so this year they had a summer VIB haul. So I think what happened was last year they did the summer one in September, and it probably had enough of an increase of their sales that they were like, oh, it's worth it to do this again next summer. So they had one this summer. Normally I get these videos up much sooner because normally I'm like curating my list and then I place my order the second the sale goes live because I'm VIB Rouge, and then I get my shit during the sale. But because of the ridiculous amount of new foundation launches, I was still trying to kind of like getting samples and testing samples to decide which foundation I wanted. So it took me a little bit longer, and one of my items actually got shipped from a warehouse in BC, and I live in Ontario, and everything else came from Ontario, so I had to wait a couple extra days for that to get to me. And then I also got a package from Ulta that just cleared customs yesterday, so it was like when I finally got all of my Sephora stuff together, my Ulta package was like on its way, so I was like, I'll just wait so I could do it all together. So here we are. Before I get into this video, you should subscribe to my channel. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday, and it's a fun time. You should hang around. I have a shit ton of videos coming up because I've actually been like filming a lot lately, so I have a ton of videos to put out in the coming weeks, so I'm excited about that. So yeah, this is a Sephora haul. Now, before I get into the Sephora haul, I do want to take a second and tell you guys how I got a free $50 Sephora gift card for this sale. This part's gonna feel like I'm sponsored, but I promise you I'm not sponsored. I wish I was sponsored. I use an app called Drop. I'm gonna do a little screen record of it here so I can insert it into the video. So basically, Drop is an app that I've had for probably like 3 to 5 years on my phone. Whenever they launched, I first got it. You link your credit card or your Visa or your debit card, whatever, to it. I linked my like bank account to it, which also links my husband's cards to it. And when you sign up, I think you get like 4 or 5 like places that you can like they have a handful of places that you can select so that you get points every time you shop. Mine are Tim Hortons, McDonald's, Shoppers Drug Mart, Cineplex, and Starbucks. Simple, the places I always go to. And then they also, over the last couple of years, have been introducing like extra kind of perks. So like they had one on there, it was like if you sign up for HelloFresh, you get 20,000 points. So 20,000 points is $20. So I got 20,000 points. And then when I was shopping, I saw that they also have Sephora on there, and they have, so once you get so many points, you can redeem for different things. So they have like Starbucks gift cards, ASOS, Cineplex. I used to just redeem for Cineplex gift cards all the time, but they've recently updated it, so there's a $50 Sephora gift card on there now. So I redeemed my 50,000 points for a Sephora gift card. And then while I was purchasing, you can actually like shop on here, and there's places you can shop from that you get points from, kind of like Ebates, but instead of getting cash back, you get points. So during the Sephora sale, Ebates always knocks the percentage down to like 2.5%, whereas Drop gave me 50 points for every dollar I spent. So I actually ended up getting 1,400 points, 14,000 points. Hold on, let me check. I ended up getting 13,000 points, which is $13 back in points from Drop for my Sephora purchase, because it was 50 points for every dollar I spent. So while it's not cash, which is the good thing about Ebates, which I believe is now called Rakuten, well, I don't know why, but you get points back. So I'm actually just going to save up. I'm at like 20,000 points right now, so I'm going to save up until I get to 50,000 points and then get another Sephora gift card, because you can get $50 Sephora gift cards on here. It's fucking magic. Again, not sponsored, just an app I've been using, and now that I see that there's Sephora on it, I'm super stoked about it, and I look forward to getting free makeup. I will leave a link down below. It's not an affiliate link, but it's like my own personal referral link from the app. So if you do sign up, I think I get like $5 or something, but you definitely need Drop. Even if you don't use my link, just get Drop. It's awesome. It's so easy. Like the 5 places you select, you get points from there without even fucking trying. I hate having to like go in and like add points. These ones just like collect your points from those places, and then when I'm shopping online, I just kind of go through there and I'm like, okay, I'm shopping from Sephora. Do they have a Sephora? I'm shopping from American Eagle. Do they have an American Eagle? And you just kind of click the affiliate link that they have, and it registers your points and you get points. So I just want to put that out there because everybody wants a free Sephora gift card. Am I right? I'm right. Also, I've been wearing this makeup all day. It's not my freshest look. I actually don't even like my makeup look today, but we're living, we're breathing, we're dying. We're moving on with our lives. Okay, the first thing I have to say that I picked up is the Jackie Aina and Anastasia palette. First of all, this packaging is the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Love this like crocodile print. It feels so nice. This like duochrome is like honestly so much prettier in person than I could even capture on film. So I wanted to pick up the Jackie Aina palette because first of all, I love Jackie Aina and I knew that this palette was gonna be beautiful. I've seen, and I also think it's a super big deal that a brand like Anastasia is teaming up with an influencer like Jackie Aina and letting her make a palette that is perfect for dark-skinned girls, because not many brands do that. Not any brands, especially a brand as big as Anastasia, has done that. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed to see that a lot of influencers aren't supporting this collab, whether it's because of their own beef with Anastasia or they don't care or they're jealous, whatever. I think this is a huge deal and people need to be supporting it so that we can get more inclusive palettes. And I know I've seen people online complaining about how this palette doesn't work for fair skin, but I'm a fair skinned girl. I am as white as they come, and this palette is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Sure, there are some shades in here that like I'm not gonna reach for all the time, but that's mostly because I don't love like a warm, I don't like gold, so for me like these shades here I'm not gonna reach for all the time. Although Zam is a fucking gorgeous shimmery color. I actually put it on my lid and just put Pearl from the Norvina palette over top to just kind of tone down the goldiness of it, and I absolutely loved it. And I also think that as a fair-skinned person, if you're complaining about this palette not being made for you, you should take a step back and realize that that is how dark-skinned girls feel about every other palette in the world. They don't have transition shades in other palettes. They have ashy tone shades that don't work for them. And while I love an ashy toned transition shade personally, I understand that that doesn't work for all skin types, and lots of people of color have to reach into multiple palettes to make a look, and you might have to, like for me, I mean, I would say there's no transition shade in here. Like Ginger is a fine transition shade, and even Pinker and Supreme work fine. I don't have like a matte brow bone color in this. I don't really have an inner quarter highlight in this, but again, I don't have a problem reaching into other palettes. People always act like traveling is a thing that like every influencer is like, oh, it's not a good palette for travel. Don't act like all you bitches are out here traveling the fucking world jet setting like you're an influencer. Most people are applying their makeup at home in their bathrooms or their makeup rooms or their bedrooms. So you don't need to travel. Rant over. I might film a video with this palette because I have more to say, but that's just my little rant on the Jackie Aina palette. I think it's a beautiful palette. This was the first thing I opened from this box. I've been using it for like, I think I've used it probably 5 or 6 times now, and I absolutely love it. I actually am wearing it today and I hate the look today, but that's because I did like this berry look with Wiggalese all over the lid, which is such a pretty cranberry color, and then I have Credit, Edges, and Ginger in the crease. But I took I took Sponsored and I put it over the center because I was like, oh, that'll make a nice look, but I don't like the way it looked, but that's not on the palette, that's on me. But regardless, I love this palette. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a good fall palette because it kind of has like Pinker and Edges. They're like these deep colors. I'm kind of over purples at this point from Anastasia, truth be told, but there's just like 2 purples in here, so you can live with it. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful palette, and I definitely think like, go Jackie. I'm so happy for her. I think it's a beautiful palette. I think she worked hard on it and she made a palette that works for dark-skinned girls, and honestly, that's not something that should be taken lightly. That's a big deal, and it should be celebrated by all these influencers who aren't talking about it. That's the tea on that. Next thing I picked up was the Amika Undone Volume and Matte Texture Spray. I was gonna get the Bumble and Bumble Dry Spun Finishing Spray or whatever the fuck it's called, but then I was watching Atlee's video about what to buy for the sale, and she mentioned that this was her favorite texture spray, so I actually picked this up because it was cheaper than Bumble and Bumble. Girl trying to save some money. And I want a texturizing volume spray because because I have extensions, sometimes I feel like my ends can feel a little flat because the extensions kind of weigh them down and they get a little heavier. I have never had problem with volume like on my hair, but the extensions just feel a little flat sometimes, so I like to be able to just kind of like, you know, spray it and just kind of like texture it up. And it just makes them like a little bit fluffier. Like, you see that? I like it a lot. I just kind of rough it up with my hands. And I just think it's cute. I like it. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about texture spray, because I do find that most texture sprays don't really hold the texture like all day. And because my extensions are so heavy, it's gonna pull any texture down anyways, but that's what I bought. Okay, and then, as you know, I was testing out foundations, and I decided to go with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I picked up the shade 150. I actually haven't opened this yet because I still have the sample, which is what I'm wearing today. Also, I'm breaking out right now, and I don't know what's breaking me out, so I've tried to like stop wearing any new shit on my face, even though I am wearing this today. Oh, this packaging is nice. I love a squeezy tube with a pump. This is great for travel, you know, because we're all pretending we're jet-setting bitches who need to travel. I'm wearing it today. I actually wore it today with a not a mattifying primer, but I wore it with the Touche Eclat Blur Primer. And I definitely think that if you wear it with a more mattifying primer, it really does kick down a lot of the hydration, which as a dry skin girl, I probably would never do again. It's probably good for like the summer months, but I think for like matte skin girls or girls who have oily skin, I think that's a good kind of trick. That was a trick and a tip together, a trip for you guys, because I definitely think that like I wore it today and I was putting it on from my sample and I was like, is this the Fenty sample? Because it doesn't feel as dewy as it did when I first put it on, but it's because I put on that mattifying primer. It's not really mattifying, it's more of like a blurring, like pore filling primer. But yeah, just something to note. I actually really like this foundation. I will link my review down below because I did a review on this and I absolutely love it. I almost bought the Pat McGrath, then I tested out that foundation after and I loved it so much more. So yeah, definitely recommend this foundation so much. If you hated the original Fenty because it was dry and dusty on you, like me, this is a complete different world from the original Fenty. This is hydrating. That one was matte. So if you like a dewy skin, this will give you the dewiest skin ever, especially if you use like a hydrating primer for it. Ooh, girl, you will glow to the gods. Speaking of glowing to the gods, I have the Milk Makeup Flex Highlighter. Okay, first of all, why is nobody talking about this? Okay, actually, first of all, where is the packaging for this? Okay, this packaging is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life, because why do brands do this? The back of the packaging is a sticker that covers the opening on the top and the bottom, so I had to like mangle this and manhandle it just to fucking open it. Could we stop with that? I haven't seen really anybody talk about this. I saw Kathleen Lights mention it briefly, and I actually it was because Atlee recommended this to me. This is in the shade Lit, which in the pan does look a little bit dark, but it's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. And actually, I have been wearing this all day, so let's add a little bit more so you guys can see just how beautiful this highlighter is. Are you seeing this highlight? I truly can not. It's so fucking gorgeous. The shade Lit is the perfect shade for fair skin tones. It has a little bit of that pinky undertone, but it's almost more champagne-y. Like, it doesn't pull pink to me. It pulls more like a champagne-y kind of really light rose gold. It's fucking stunning, and this highlighter needs so much more hype than it gets. I can't give this highlight. This is the first time I've worn it, was today, and I was shook to my core. Why is nobody talking about this? It's such a good highlighter. It needs 8 million times more love. Just saying. I probably should have talked about this when I talked about the foundation, but on the Sephora website, they were having a deal where it was get a foundation brush for half price when you buy a foundation. So I was looking at the like applicable brushes, and this is the number 56. This is actually much smaller than I expected, but I have seen a lot of like YouTube girls using smaller kind of foundation brushes for like small buffing. Lately, I literally don't apply my foundation with a brush, but I thought for half price you couldn't beat it because it's like $46 originally. So I think I got it for like $22 plus 20% off, so you can't beat that. And I thought I would try it out. Of the foundation brushes that were listed, this is the one that was listed as the best seller and also applied it with a more full coverage. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm kind of excited to try this out. Let me know down below what your favorite foundation brush is, or if you use foundation brushes, or if you've tried any of these Sephora flawless airbrush kind of brushes and how you feel about it. I've heard such good things about the Sephora airbrush brushes, so I thought it would be a perfect time to try it out when it was such a good deal. Then I picked up the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. The winter is coming, and it's coming fast in Canada, so I knew I would need a winter eye cream. I actually have the, where is it? Oh my god, I just threw my highlighter on the floor. I have the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream, and I love this eye cream, but it is a brightening eye cream, so I definitely think it's kind of better suited for the morning for me, and I am really bad at using an eye cream at night and at morning because I do my morning skincare in here and my night skincare in my bathroom. So if whatever I need isn't in the room I need it for, I literally won't wear it. So this one I bought at the last Sephora sale, and so I've kind of since then have moved it into my bathroom. I'm probably about halfway done. This is the second Banana Bright eye cream I've used up, so I'm going to try to use this more for the mornings. And then I want to use the Kiehl's avocado one for nighttime because it's more hydrating, definitely a thicker one. Also, what I like about this is that when I got it, I was like, why the fuck isn't this in a box? But then when I opened it, there's just like a little seal on top, which is so good. I wish more brands would come out with less packaging. Like, I really don't need my eye cream to be in a box, so I absolutely love that they just like put this in a container, sealed it, and we're fucking done. So great. So yeah, I picked that up. I can't get the lid back on because I'm struggling. I also picked up a new night cream. I don't know if this is going to be moisturizing enough for me. I'm a little concerned, but this is the Sephora brand Nourishing Moisturizing Hydrate and Repair. It's one of their like clean beauty things. Please don't fall for clean beauty. It's a scam. Everything is fucking chemicals. It's okay. So this says to apply morning and night, AM and PM to face and neck before makeup. It has 3 oils of natural origin from avocado, rosehip, and marula, known to nourish and repair skin while protecting from external stressors. Why is everything in French first and then English? This is confusing. And then it says, improved hydration within 8 hours. 100% felt their skin was more comfortable. 100% felt their skin was softer. So I have really dry skin and the winter is coming, so I'm not sure if this, oh, this one's also sealed. Did we need a box? If it's sealed. I want to see what this feels like. Oh, actually it looks kind of thick. Here for that, let me see. Oh, you know what? This actually looks like a nice thick moisturizer. I was a little concerned because like with Sephora brands, sometimes you're like getting hit or miss. Sometimes it's a cheaper kind of product. So I feel like I shouldn't have opened this. I'm actually gonna put this seal back on because there's moisturizer on that I don't want to waste. So I'll use this for the first time tonight and let you guys know what I think. Hopefully it works out for me because I need a new nighttime moisturizer, and this one was only like $22, which is not bad from Sephora. So yeah. Last skincare item I picked up is the Laneige Glowy Lip Glowy Balm. Okay, I have this in peach. I bought this in pear. This is the greatest thing I've ever bought in my entire life. I love the Laneige lip sleeping masks so fucking much. And this is like the daytime version of that. I'm almost out of my peach one. Like I'm at the point where I'm like squeezing it with every ounce of my being to get the last drops out. This is pear, also great. I've had the peach one since like April and I've completely used it up because I'm obsessed with them. I put this on about 16 times a day because I have crusty dry lips and I know in the winter it's just gonna get worse. So I absolutely love these. Get all of the flavors. Get all of them. You'll love them. They're a little pricey, like $20, but again, it's going to last you so long and your lips will never feel better. Okay, and the last thing I picked up was a perfume. If you saw my last empties video, you'll see that I ran out of 2 of my favorite perfumes ever, so I needed to pick up a new flower bomb. I picked up the smaller one. This is the 2 milliliters, I believe. Was it 2 milliliters? Hold on. 20 milliliters, sorry. This was 20 milliliters, and I think it was like $60. And then the 30 milliliters was $98, so it was actually more expensive for the 30 milliliters because I was gonna get the 30 milliliters because quite honestly the packaging is cuter. This one's like tall and skinny, the other one's like that like little flower bomb circle one, but this was cheaper per like milliliter, so I got this one instead. Flower Bomb is, I think Flower Bomb is my signature scent. This is my third Flower Bomb I've ever purchased, so I should probably just buy the giant size, but I'm so fucking cheap. I absolutely love Flower Bomb. It's my holy grail scent. It smells divine. Came in this cute little box. And yeah, so it was like 60 bucks for this one, but it'll still last me like forever. Honestly, I only wanted a rollerball because I find that rollerballs stay more on my skin than the spray does, but oh, it smells so good. Let's see. Yeah, like I put this on today and I just don't smell as flower balmy as I would like to. Okay, and then quickly, I want to touch on Ulta. I have a story first. I'm so sorry. This is going to be a long ass video. So like I said, I ran out of my two favorite perfumes, Flower Bomb and the Elizabeth and James Nirvana White. But they didn't have the Elizabeth and James on the Sephora website. They literally only had one scent of all the Elizabeth and James left, and I started panicking that it was being discontinued. So I was like frantically searching for it online, and so I found the perfume on the Ulta website, but it was free. It was free shipping over $75, I believe, and then no duties over $99. So I was like, fuck yeah, bitch. So I added the Elizabeth and James Nirvana to my cart, along with one other thing to put me over the 99, and then so I get free shipping and free duties. Bomb. But then I went to check out and it was like shipping $35. I was like, je m'excuse? I don't understand. So I emailed him and was like, what's happening? And the guy gave me like some really vague email where he was like, some things just don't qualify for free shipping, so please add the applicable items to your cart. And I was like, excuse me? So I went back onto the website, and where it said free shipping, in the fragrance section, it had that advertised, and there was no like click here for more details. There was no little asterisks where I could learn more information. It was just free shipping on all, it said all in capital letters, on all orders over this amount to Canada. So I replied back and said, no, no, no. You have advertised free shipping for Canada. First of all, it was kind of sketchy because when I went to check out, the shipping options, I was only being given express shipping, probably because perfume's expensive or because it has to be shipped ground because it's perfume, it's flammable. So when I went to check out, it was only giving me express shipping options and not the regular shipping, and the guy was basically like, I don't know. And then I was like, okay, no. Fuck you guys, this is false advertising. It says any perfume. I sent screenshots of what the advertisement was. I sent screenshots of my shopping cart, and I was like, you're giving me free shipping. And the guy was just like, okay, if you place your order, do whatever shipping it allows you to do, and then we will give you a refund of the shipping when it clears customs. So the moral of this story is, be a crazy bitch when it comes to customer service. Do not let a company dick you around. Do not let a company put an advertisement up there, get your hopes up, have you create your cart, and then you can't have free shipping even though it advertised free shipping. So I got my free shipping, and I got my Elizabeth and James Nirvana perfume. I actually did have to pay $30 in shipping, but I have emailed them and asked for my refund. It's a long weekend, but you best believe I'll be getting it. Anyways, the Elizabeth and James Nirvana perfume in white is my favorite summer scent. Summer's almost over, but I'll have it for next summer. It's also a little bit, it's kind of musky. It's good for the fall. It literally says peony and musk on the front. I don't know how to describe this scent, but I can just tell you that the white one is my favorite scent. I also have bourbon, which I love for the fall and winter months, but yeah, Nirvana White is amazing, and I just kind of got frantic and crazy that like it was gonna get discontinued, so I bought the full size. So then in order to put my cart over the $99 or the $90 I think it was to get free shipping, because I believe this was like 80 or something, I picked up the Tree Hut Lemon Blueberry Tart Shea Sugar Scrub. I just was out of body scrub. If you watch my last Bath & Body Works haul, I actually bought two body scrubs, but you can't have enough body scrubs, especially with winter coming. I need it. This smells so good. I'm not a big lemon smell person. I don't like lemons. But it doesn't really smell that lemony. It's more like sweet and sugary and blueberry, and just smells fucking delicious. And I'm so excited for this. It was like $9, so you can't beat that. And then last thing was, it was free gift with purchase for the fragrance. So you actually got a free weekender bag, which is pretty fucking decent. They had blush pink and this kind of gray color. The gray color is way more up my alley if you know me. It's kind of like the perfect size weekender bag for like carry-on luggage or, you know, going away for a weekend. I do wish there were like side pockets or like a front pocket or something. It's kind of just like big fucking open bag. But other than that, I was like, ooh, we love a free gift with purchase. So that's everything I picked up from Ulta and the Sephora at VIB sale. Let me know down below what you picked up from the sale, what your recommendations are for the next sale, because you know there will be one in November, and I'm already thinking about things I want, like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, longest name ever. It's in my cart already. Also, I'm looking for the perfect fall palette. I own every palette imaginable, and I thought about buying the Norvina palette, the new Norvina palette, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I'm fucking over purples. Like, I love purple, but like I don't want any more purple eyeshadow in my collection because I never fucking wear them. I want a palette with like deep burgundies and berries, which I know it feels like I'm just like describing the Modern Renaissance palette to you. And while to an extent I am, I want more, like this is more pink to me. I want more berries and like reds, and also one that doesn't have carmine in it so my eyes don't get itchy every time I use the palette. So yeah, I'm currently on the hunt. I'm eyeing the Melt Makeup Impulsive palette, and I impulsively want to buy it, but yeah. I just want a good like fall palette with like deep berry tones and like some light shimmery shades that aren't fucking gold. I want some taupes and some like purples, not purples, but like light champagne-y purples and like pinks, and like I want the Modern Renaissance palette but better. Could someone tell me what that palette is, because I need it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!